You got it, Ken?
Okay, I think so.
Okay,
Hello,
let's hear it.
everyone. Thank you, Craig. That was interesting. My name is Ken Hart, and I'm a little nervous. I've not done this as a presenter before. I have been, of course, on webinars. This is my first time as a presenter. I guess there's a little bit of lag on the slides. Trouble, right? The slides
Okay,
aren't moving.
you're not moving?
Uh-uh.
Let me double check to make sure you're in there. Just stick here. Ah, you're supposed to be you're on the, you're checked as, should have keyboard. You might try using your, can you move the mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, try using your return key or see if that gets it to go.
I'm still not getting anything. Can you?
You should have it. Oh,
Oh, okay, gotcha. I remember now. There we go. Thank
there you
you.
go.
I'm sorry. I was trying the old enter key there.
There you go.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get started then. Good. Okay. Thank you, and here we go. I'll start all over. Again, my name's Ken Hart, and I'm an extension educator with the University of Idaho. My office is in Nez Perce. My assignment is in Lewis and Idaho counties primarily, also in the north central Idaho area. I work about half-time in farm financial management and the other half-time in crops and 4-H. And I have enjoyed my work. I've been here since April 4th, 1994, so it's been a few days, and have enjoyed working with farmers and ranchers across this area. I do want to share, I do have another part of my life. I'm a farmer. I've been in this area of farming since 1979. There I am with one of my early record-keeping sessions. Back in those days, you did your record keepings with your pistol on your hip, apparently. But the second picture is just me and my farm partner, my wife, having some fun as American Gothic. But we have a farm in Clearwater County, and I have a picture here of that. So I've not only come from the academic point of view, but from the practical point of view of having operated that farm as lease, well, first as wages, then as leasing, and then finally as owners over the last 10 years as owners. And we really love our farm, love our land, and enjoy every time we can spend there working or playing, whatever it. Tonight, first of all, I did get a chance to meet some of the participants in that you filled out the survey, and I noticed that you're quite different from the audience I normally speak to. You have not been in farming that long, average about 4 or 5 years. You're very educated. 71% of you have taken an online class. You're very interested in business marketing plans, very interested in farm financial analysis, and primarily own your land resources instead of leasing them, although I'm sure some of you have leased resources. So it's nice to meet you, and I hope what I'd like to do tonight is work through a little bit about financial statements, maybe ask 3 questions. Why should we care? Why should we create any financial statements beyond the IRS Schedule F? Which financial statements are useful of these financial statements we're going to talk about, and then how do I create them? Those are the questions I'd like you to keep in mind. The points that I'll bring up is how are these arranged, and a couple of points we can get of meaning off these statements that really help us in our day-to-day business operation. And if I get one action out of you, would be a commitment to, from wherever point you are in your financial management, just go a little bit further and do a little bit more. And also I'd like to ask the participants, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in any time during my time here so that I can respond to them while I'm still one of the speakers. First of all, I'd like to talk just momentarily about financial management. Farmers and ranchers are wonderful people, and I love to work with them. Usually, farming and ranching people do not start that kind of career because they like to work on their books, or they like to keep a lot of records, or they like to spend a lot of time at their desk. Usually they're action-oriented people, like to be outside, like to be involved with their businesses on a real hands-on method. So, you know, we don't always give our financial management prime time, but it is definitely a task that deserves prime time. And I really believe that the rise or fall of a business is much related to financial planning and the decision-making, the better decision-making we can make coming out of that financial planning. And this is just a survey. I can't remember which state this was in. It was in the Midwest. The top financially, this is just a financial measure, the top financial 25% of the farmers, they put 25% of the farmers, they put financial planning as their second highest priority, whereas the lower 25% of farmers placed it at the sixth priority in a list of priorities. So you can see that if you make it a priority, it is going to benefit your business, your farm business. These are the 4 financial statements that I'd like to talk about tonight. The beginning and ending balance sheet. In a financial year, you should make a beginning and ending balance sheet. Basically, the ending balance sheet of your year will be the beginning balance sheet for your next year. And then your cash flow statement. Also, just briefly mention a new form, statement of cash flows and how that's used. The accrual adjusted income statement and the statement of owner equity. And I think at this point we have a polling question. And I'm not sure how to do that.
Oh, I will be the one to do that, Ken. This is Colette.
Okay, you do that. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to launch the poll. Which financial statements do you complete annually now? So check all that apply. So about 40% of the participants have voted. 60%, 70, 80, 84, 88. Almost everyone has voted. Okay, so I am going to share the results. So as we can see on the balance sheet, 54% are doing a balance sheet already, 67% an income statement, 4% an accrual adjusted income statement, 29% a cash flow statement, and 42% a statement of owner equity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very interesting. And I think you underestimated on one thing, probably the participants did on the income statement, because almost all of us fill out Schedule F, which is essentially an income statement. And mostly the IRS wants that every year, so we probably are closer to 100% on that. But it doesn't matter where you are now. I mean, it matters a little bit, but what it matters is where you're going to move forward to, and that's where we hope to take this presentation.